Ever feel like your body is running on a software update that never finishes? That spinning wheel and you're just standing there like, hello, I have a life. You're doing healthy things. You walk. You try to cut back. You even bought food that comes in a bag that says organic, like the label itself is going to fix your insulin. And yet, your energy is weird. Your cravings are loud. Your belly fat is acting like it's signed a long-term lease. Your labs? Fasting insulin creeping up. Triglycerides rising. HDL doing the limbo. And you start wondering, what's the one thing I could do that would actually move the needle? That's what we're talking about today. Now do me a favor. If you've been enjoying my content, put a heart or a smile in the comments. And if you want more root cause breakdowns that actually make sense and don't sound like a textbook fell down the stairs, hit like and subscribe, because I'm Dr. Tony Hampton. And I'm not just here to treat symptoms. I'm here to help you understand why the body gets stuck and how to get unstuck. And today, we're doing this clinic style with a conversation that happens way more than you'd think. Let me introduce you to a patient. We'll call her Denise. Denise is 46. She walks into my clinic with the energy of someone who's been trying hard, but feels like she's been losing anyway. She sits down and says, Dr. Hampton, I'm doing the right things, but my body won't respond. And I look at her and say, Denise, you're not fighting yourself. You're fighting signals. And your hormones are just responding to what you keep sending them. She squints. Signals? I say, before we talk about food, before we talk about steps, before we talk about supplements, red light therapy, ice baths, and humming while you balance on one leg, there's one daily habit that quietly ruins metabolic health for millions of people. And the wild part, most people think it's harmless. Some people think it's healthy. Denise leans in. What is it? I smile. Not yet. Because if I tell you too early, your brain will lawyer up and object. She laughs. My brain does that? Oh, Denise, your brain is an undefeated attorney. Here's the mystical part. Metabolic health isn't just about calories. It's about messages. Hormones are messengers. And every time you eat or drink, you hand your body a message. Some messages say, burn stored fuel. Other messages say, store fuel, protect fuel, guard it like it's the last parking spot near the front door. So the question becomes, what's the loudest message? What's the daily habit that spikes insulin fast, ramps cravings, and makes fat loss feel impossible without even making you feel full? Denise starts guessing. Bread. Bread can do it, but bread at least makes you chew. Chewing slows the crime down. Dessert. Dessert can do it, but dessert sets off internal alarms like, okay, I did a thing. She says, then what is it? I lean forward. Denise, the fastest way to sabotage metabolic health is to drink your calories. And right there, some of you just went. He's talking about soda. Yes, soda, but not just soda. I'm talking about the whole family reunion. Sweet tea, fruit juice, sports drinks, energy drinks, and those fancy coffees that are basically cake in a cup. And the sneakiest one of all, the so-called healthy smoothie that turns into a sugar delivery vehicle with spinach as decoration. Denise looks offended. Hold up, I barely drink soda. I nod. Perfect. But tell me what you do drink. She says, well, I drink orange juice in the morning, vitamin C, sweet tea sometimes for comfort, a smoothie a few days a week, fruit and greens, and coffee, but it's just coffee. I pause. Then I say, Denise, you just described the metabolic Bermuda Triangle. She laughs. Okay, explain. Here's the mechanism. Your metabolism doesn't just care about what you consume. It cares about how fast it hits your bloodstream. Liquids hit fast. They bypass the brakes. They're concentrated, and they're easy to overdo. Most importantly, they don't trigger fullness the same way real food does. So you can drink 300 calories, and your brain is still like, cool, where's breakfast? Denise nods slowly. So it's not just sugar, it's the delivery system. Exactly. It's not just the match, it's the gasoline. When you drink sugar, glucose rises quickly. Insulin rises quickly. Now let's be clear, insulin isn't bad. Insulin is a storage hormone, a survival hormone. It's the hormone that says, put energy away for later. But if insulin is spiking again and again all day long, your body stays in storage mode. Fat burning becomes harder. Cravings get louder. Energy gets unstable, and your brain starts thinking you have a willpower problem, when really you have a signal problem. Denise says, so my smoothie could be blocking my fat loss? I say, Denise, your smoothie might be the reason your belly fat is still sending you monthly invoices. She laughs. Stop. I'm serious, because there's another piece most people miss. Fructose. A lot of these drinks, juice, soda, sweet tea, are heavy in fructose. And fructose is primarily processed in the liver. When the liver gets overloaded, it turns excess into fat. That contributes to fatty liver. And fatty liver is insulin resistance headquarters. So if you want metabolic health, you protect the liver. Because the liver is not just about detox. It's about blood sugar control. It's about fat processing. It's about your metabolic command center. Denise looks at me and says, so what do I do? Because I like sweet tea. And I tell her, Denise, I'm not here to remove joy from your life. I'm here to stop you from paying for joy with your pancreas. She nods. Fair. Here's the plan. 2 weeks, 14 days. Not forever. Not perfect. Just an experiment. For 14 days, you do one thing. No liquid calories. That means no soda, no juice, no sweet tea, no sports drinks, no energy drinks, no dessert coffees. And if it has sugar, it doesn't go down the hatch. What can you drink? Water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, black coffee, or coffee with minimum add-ins. Because some people aren't drinking coffee. They're drinking a brownie with a lid. Now, if you're currently drinking multiple sugary drinks daily and you need a bridge, a diet or zero carb drink can be temporary training wheels. Not the goal, but a step. The goal is to retrain your palate so unsweetened starts tasting normal again. And yes, your taste buds can change. Your cravings can quiet down. Your energy can stabilize. Denise says, but what about when I'm stressed? Sweet tea is my comfort. And I tell her something I tell a lot of patients. Comfort isn't the enemy. But we want comfort that doesn't come with metabolic interest rates. So we make a new comfort plan. Sparkling water with lemon. Herbal tea at night. Unsweetened iced tea with a splash of something if needed. And here's the deeper root cause moment. A lot of people aren't thirsty. They're tired. They're stressed. They're underslept. They're overworked. They're lonely. And sugar drinks become emotional medicine. But emotional medicine has side effects. Denise gets quiet. Honestly, I drink it more when I'm exhausted. And I say, that's not a character flaw. That's a signal from your life. So we address the real need. Better sleep, more protein at meals, more hydration earlier in the day, and a real break during the day, not a sugar rescue mission. Because metabolic health isn't just food. It's nest and rope, nutrition, exercise, better sleep, less stress, protecting our thoughts, recovering from trauma, having healthy relationships, avoiding organisms or pollutants that cause us harm, protecting our emotions. Your body is an ecosystem, not a calculator. 2 weeks later, Denise comes back. And this is the part I love. She says, Dr. Hampton, I didn't lose 20 pounds, but my cravings are down. My afternoon crash is better. I'm not thinking about snacks all day, and my belly feels less puffy. And I tell her, that's metabolic freedom. Not perfection, freedom. Because when liquid calories are gone, something powerful happens. Insulin spikes calm down. Hunger signals get clear, your liver gets a break, and you stop unknowingly sabotaging the foundation. Then, if you decide to go low-carb keto or carnivore, it actually works better because you remove the loudest signal first. So here's your takeaway. If you only do one thing to improve metabolic health, stop drinking your calories for 14 days, just 2 weeks, and watch what happens. Then come back and comment, I did the 14-day no liquid calories challenge. Tell me what changed. Cravings, energy, sleep, belly, mood. Because your story might be the spark someone else needs. And if you want more videos that break down insulin resistance, fatty liver, cravings, and fat loss through the root cause lens, consider checking out the next video here. Or subscribe to my channel here. Your metabolism isn't broken. It's responding. And when you change the signal, your body finally changes the story.